say. But listen, Thursday apparently is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yes,
Apparently, what is it, June?
Well, you never know.
We don't
never
do
know.
these in succession. They
Shoot it today, then it's on in a year. You don't know. But you grew up in a family full of strong women.
Right.
And they sometimes.
Oh, look at you.
Look at. So, what was it like for little Tim Allen?
Well, I said I didn't view them as strong women. They just ran the show as I think women do, certainly in my life. And they weren't real good cooks. It was Canadian, German, and Scottish.
Right.
So the cookbook my grandma had was just Try to Keep It Down. That was the title of it. Horrible. And one time she was drinking sherry as she was cooking. And one of the other grandmas brings caramel sauce, and the gravy is right next to the caramel sauce. And she just went, oh, hell. And just poured it all over ice cream for the kids and made us eat it.
Did anybody notice it?
Well, of course we noticed it. But now it's probably something cool, salty caramel.
Yeah, it is.
She was
But I
ahead
was
of her
thinking
time.
that with one funny thing, we put Christmas decorations out early.
Yes.
And we have a manger that's been around way too long, so nothing matches.
Right.
You know, one of the wise men is a Ken doll, you know, and Jesus has literally got a thyroid problem because it's one of those trolls with the little zircon eyes.
right.
You know, that's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So, you know, Tim, you and I both started stand-up comedy in the 80s.
And Leno says hi, by the way.
Oh, Jay Leno, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And still, you're still doing it, right?
44 cities just finished.
See what I mean by the hardest working man. So what do you think now? I mean, it's a little bit different now. I mean, there's a PC culture out there. It makes it really hard. I think my act, if I ever brought that old act back, I'd be driven out of town.
I grew up life-changing with Lenny Bruce. The bit he did in '61 here in New York, I have to point to it to go read it. People read it. It changed my life about everything.
Of course.
About how it was amazing. I grew up on Richard Pryor. You can't even go back and talk about the book he wrote.
Yeah.
You know, and then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as long as you understand my intent, I still get people, well, just don't say it. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but they take it out of context and put it on Twitter or put it on Facebook.
I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't, because I do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words that really got from my parents.
Yeah.
You know, they said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians, but my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was going to say, if I do some stuff. The women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government and who's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They always argued about that over vodka and cigarettes. Who's going to pay for it? I don't know, the government and all this. And if I bring up that whole story about my grandma once, because I stole money from my parents, I never worked, and my one grandma says, I think we got ourselves a little Democrat down there. And I do that in Miami. People laugh and cheer. You do it in Reading, Pennsylvania? Oh, hey, oh.
Why Reading?
Well, it's a little bit more democratic.
Oh, so they don't like it.
They didn't like that, and I do the city. So when I do the political stuff, it's a little bit more, and I don't really do political stuff. It's more of a perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
But I said words do matter, but I said Lenny said they didn't, and it was 61.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, even if you go watch the movie Blazing Saddles.
Oh, my God, forget
You
it.
can't even watch that without looking around in your own room. You're gonna get arrested for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.